Hey guys, Winchurcher here, back again with another Minecraft Redstone video. And today guys, I want to be talking about how to make a redstone vault. And I want to be challenging myself to make a ridiculous redstone vault. Now obviously, to get into a vault you usually have to put in some sort of sequence. So I've come up with 10 levers that you have to activate to open this vault. Okay. On my last design, I did 5. Okay, I went ahead straight after that video and designed a 10 lever vault door. So I believe I remember the combination. There we go. And if you come in, we have double piston extenders right here, which reveal glowstone, which give us some nice lighting on the inside. And in our chest, we get our wooden sword. Really awesome stuff. I'm really glad that this came along nicely. But I want to challenge myself and make this thing even bigger. Of course, if you mess one of them up, then none of them work. So, you know, there's a positive to this. The redstone is fairly simple. It's just a more expanded version on the last one over there. But of course, we're going to be making a ridiculously sized redstone vault. So this will be fun. This will be incredibly fun to do. I mean, I could definitely expand on this one right here. Or I could just start anew and you guys could follow along with me and design your own super large redstone vault. I may include levers on higher sections, so we have 2 layers of levers. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get my redstone necessities. Of course, I'm not going to need too complex of redstoning in this one because it isn't too harsh of a build. What do we need? Our dust, our repeater, our torches, and also our sticky pistons. I believe after that we can go ahead and just get our decorative pieces. So I'm going to be building on cyan wool, white wool, magenta wool, and maybe yellow wool. And all of these will be color coded for different things in the build. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the actual redstone itself to begin with. Like, I want to work on the system itself. So let's just see how wide I want to make this thing. So if I just build out a little bit and we'll just start counting some levers. You know, I don't want to make it ridiculously large, but I do at the same time. I want to make this thing incredibly hard to crack. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on that side. So we got 12 on this one right here, and then if we bring it up another couple blocks, let's try and go for 24 different possible combinations. Now I'm not sure how many in total that will be. Like, that's going to be a lot of combinations if we have 24 different levers on the wall right here. We could even go even more crazy and lift it even higher. I'm just pretty sure the player itself will have a very hard time reaching that top lever and, you know, finding out what the actual code is. But I believe, you know, 24 levers should be fine. I mean, heck, this is supposed to be impenetrable, and I want to make a vault door. Of course, vaults are in banks and they're usually the biggest safes in the entire bank. So we're going to go ahead quickly and just place down all the torches behind the levers. Hopefully I place them in the right space. And we're going to go ahead and create our code. So I want to go with 1, 1, 1 there. So these ones right here are going to be like this. It's going to be opposites on these ones up here. So see, this one's deactivated. This one's activated, deactivated, activated, deactivated. So it's kind of like a flip switch on this one right here. And then on this side here, I want to go 1, 2, skip these 2 and 1, and I want to do the same on this side, I guess, but I want to reverse it a little bit. So these ones want to be up, this one's going to be up as well, this one's going to be down, and it's going to be just like that. So we have some really weird vault door stuff going on here, but as you can see on the back side, that's what we've got there. So our code is going to be reverse of what we've just entered. So our code is going to look like this. I'm not going to remember this code at all. But I want to take the signal out on every single repeater. Well, I want to take it out into a repeater on every single block. So we're going to go ahead and just take a repeater off every single block right here. So let's go ahead and just whack those down there. And then, oh yeah, we're going to have to place a repeater on this one here as well. So this is going to be quite comments because this is going to take me some time. Hey Kenzie. Okay, and I want to destroy all of these middle blocks right here. Keep it nice and tidy, and then just place down more repeaters. Right, awesome. So now what we want to do in front of all of these... Oh, we may run into a problem, because if I place a torch on here... If I place redstone dust here, that's going to be activated from the top one. See? I'm going to have to run redstone dust on the top ones instead of repeaters, because it will screw up my bottom signal, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just raise all of these higher one more. Break all these middle blocks. Okay, and I'm going to place torches on every single one of these. Awesome stuff. And then, well, I don't need that one anymore. I'm going to go ahead and place a torch on there. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom section. So my goal for this is to have a redstone signal that is turned off. So that is a lot of redstone. Let me just go ahead over here quickly and just see. Yeah, so we can't have torches on all of them. We're going to have to take torches off on some of them. I think it's the ones that are activated. So yeah, the ones that are activated have to be taken off. So the ones that are deactivated have to stay on. So we have to remove the activated ones and keep the deactivated ones. And that should nicely wrap everything up for us. So we remove the activated ones and leave the deactivated ones. And then our code will be all of the deactivated torches. So let's move on to our magenta signal right here, because we're going to overcomplicate things if we leave it all on the same. Now what I'm doing is very easy. I'm just going ahead and placing blocks in front of all of the redstone right here, and then what I'm doing is I'm placing redstone dust on these, followed by repeaters on these ones right here. So these ones can actually be repeaters, and all of the back redstone can be dust, and all the ones that need it. So these are going to be repeaters, this is going to be dust, this one's going to be a repeater, dust, sorry, repeater, and dust right there. So everything has to remain off for the time being. So, you know, if you can't really follow why it needs to be off, it's because otherwise this right now is our current state for the doors being open. Now any other combination, anything that changes now will activate the system. So if I activate something on the bottom, it will activate the redstone. So it's going to it's basically our lock system. So making any change to this will update the system. Hopefully you guys can understand what I mean by this. So this has to come back, this has to come back, that has to come back, I believe that has to come back, that has to come back. And then we're going to go do the same thing again. We're just going to go ahead and place repeaters on all of these first ones on the front, and we're going to be placing dust on all of the back ones, just like so. So yeah, that is our traveling system for this. And now this is probably the best way I can put this. If we have blocks running into all of these, right, so if we have blocks coming out of all of these right here, they will be powered by the bottom repeaters. Okay, so all of the repeaters on the bottom, I'm not sure why I'm destroying them in the middle, I actually need this to be wired up. But yeah, all of the repeaters on the bottom are going to be connected to this. I need to count out to see where I need to place repeaters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 repeater, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the very end I'm going to place a piece of blue wool with a repeater coming out. Now if I place a block on top as well, this should in theory activate the bottom dust. It does. So any change to the system at all will activate this one ribbon of redstone dust on the bottom. Looks complicated? It's really, really not if you understand it. So if I make any changes here, if I flick this one, It should, in theory, activate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that one. Oh yes, repeaters. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I do need repeaters or it will not activate. But I could just be lazy and just place redstone dust on the top of them because, you know, I'm definitely not doing that because that will ruin the system completely. Wow, gosh, I'm silly. Right. If I activate that, that will activate the redstone. Any change I make to this system now will activate the redstone. So if I activate this one, it will activate the redstone. If I activate the one down here, let me activate that. It will activate the redstone. So any change to this system, take a screenshot of this. This is the code to my This is my combination lock. Wow. Right. Yeah. Any change to any of these right here will activate this redstone. Okay, so let me just bring out the signal a sec so you guys can see it for yourself. So I will go ahead and just place some redstone dust coming out here, and it's a lot easier for you to see if I go ahead and just make any change to this system right here. So if I activate this, redstone comes on. If I deactivate it, it goes off. If I activate this, it comes on. If I deactivate it, it goes off. If I activate it, it comes on. If you deactivate it, it goes off. This is going to be incredibly ridiculous to remember. The only way I'm going to know how to activate my system is by looking at the torches on the back and flicking the levers codepending to the torches. So, gosh, yeah, this is quite nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my my door. I'm not too sure on how I want to go about doing this. I'm just going to go ahead and just probably make a very basic redstone door. I don't want to overcomplicate the redstone door. Well, I don't know. I just don't want to overcomplicate it. So we want these blocks to come to here. Yeah, and then I want to have blocks that move to here from pistons behind those ones right there. So it looks more like a vault door then. So if I have singular piston extenders coming out to these ones right here, that in theory should work quite nicely. So if I just place a block here a second with a lever and just put a bit of redstone dust on the top, that works quite nicely on that bottom section. If I go ahead and just place a couple of repeaters going to here with a lever, that extends. Right, so I need this to come up one more. I want to design this so it looks, well, I just want it to look nicer. So let's have that there, like this, and then we're going to have the same thing on this side right here with the piston coming out here. So if I place the block on there and remove these, ooh, this should come out quite nicely on this one as well. So if I go ahead and just place this with some dust with a lever, that'll come out there, and then we're going to want to drop down on the top. So we just want to come out two more up here, break these right here, put a sticky piston facing down with another sticky piston next to it, and then we can just place a lever and that will activate it. And yeah, so we now have a very, very basic outlay of our door in its closed state, but obviously the middle's open, which we don't want. So how I'm going to go about doing the back is I'm going to have a double piston extender. So what do I mean by this? If I put a piston here with a block, it will cover the middle. This is just going to be quite a spicy build. Yeah, it's going to be a very complicated build, I believe. So let me just bring this out a second, see if I can just get the double piston extender to work. I'm going to be doing this out of cyan this time around. So I want to just start working on the double piston extenders. We're just going to place redstone dust going into here, 2 repeaters, this one on max, this one on 1. If I activate the lever, we got the double piston extension. This double piston is in the wrong place. It needs to be moved back one. Alright, that is perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and move this back one. Just put these on max. Put that on one tick right there. Go ahead and place this on 1 with a piece of redstone dust right here. Let's just bring this out a couple, and then just put a couple sticky pistons behind it. And that should, in theory, work quite nicely now. So if I go ahead and activate this, awesome. So that now comes out perfectly. It doesn't interfere with these pistons at all, so that's really nice. So this double piston extension works perfectly. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the opposite side, just to get that double piston to work correctly on the opposite side. So I want to go ahead again. I think it was on the back one right here. Yeah, it was on the back one just here. So place these two right here. That should not override. I'm going to change it anyway. Place another lot of sticky pistons in front of it with a... I'll leave a couple blocks there for now. And then just set it up with your 2 repeaters, some dust. This one on max, this one on 1. And then we have a double piston extension. The only issue I have currently is this stupid garbage is ruining it for me. Awesome, so that's really cool. All in all, that is really nice. This definitely can't be here when this goes off. Alright. So yeah, we get our nice double piston extension, everything opens up nicely, everything closes up nicely, we get everything all nice and tidy. Now we just got to do the redstone circuits. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove all of these levers for the time being, and I'm going to set it up. So look how big this door is if you don't have anything next to it. Like, the size of this door is incredible. I am really quite happy with how big this door is going to look in its open state. I mean, wow, that is a nice looking door. if I don't say so myself. Of course the corner pieces are going to be like this, because I haven't got anything in the corners, but that is quite a nice door. That is quite a nice door. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just destroy these corner ones right here, and I'm going to start working on the redstone. So how do I want this to activate? Well, I want it so that the forward pistons activate first. So these ones activate first, these 4 right here activate first, and I want the double piston extenders to activate second. So, let's try and get some wiring in place to activate all of these in their corresponding time frames. So how am I going to go about doing this? So if I place a repeater into here, it will only activate these two. That is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Awesome. So if those two only activate from this repeater, that repeater is in a very safe place, and it does not interfere with the other system. So I am actually very happy with that, because if I activate this and then I activate this, that works perfectly fine. Wow, I thought I was going to have to do a little bit more than that, but that seems to work perfectly okay. Obviously, with the redstone on the top right here, we can just go ahead and place 2 pieces of redstone dust coming off the side, and that works perfectly as well. So we could do a similar thing down here, but we want it flush with the ground, so I am not going to be raising that up. I'll go to doing a repeater system, which will go into the sticky pistons, which will just raise up the block. So now what I want to do is I want to wire these ones here to the bottom one, and wire this one here to the top one, and then, you know, to vice versa, etc, wire every single one up together so it's all simultaneous, because there's nothing worse than having a redstone device that doesn't work. Okay, so how am I going to go about doing this? I could be clumsy and just come out the back, but if I go out the back, it may actually activate the redstone repeater behind it, which it doesn't do. Okay, that's working perfectly. All right, I'm not complaining again. Again, I'm very surprised that this is working first time. Something's got to go wrong. Okay, something has to go wrong in this build. I can't just have it perfect for the entire time, because how lucky would I be if all of this was perfect on the first attempt? Let me just go ahead and deactivate this. I want to see some satisfaction on my face when this thing actually goes off and works 100% first time. So I'm going to go ahead and place down these right here again, followed by this right here, and yeah, just some redstone dust, some very basic redstone dust going off like this. So all of that should activate now quite nicely. We haven't got anything linked up to this right here, but as I said, I want it to activate after it, so we're going to have to figure out a way to carry this redstone signal, because we may have to activate this one next. I could place it into a block, so So what I could do is I could place a repeater here, I could place a block, and this block would end up being powered, taking out a redstone signal. Now from this redstone signal, I'm going to also do it on this side right here. I'm going to be placing a redstone repeater with the dust here, with a block in front. Now, if I do activate this, everything will still work perfectly fine. Oh, no, everything's working fine. So yeah, if I go ahead and place these right here, I can go ahead and place another block right here on both sides with a redstone torch on each one, with another block on top of these two, with another redstone torch on top of these, with blocks on top, and this should activate the double piston extender. How cool is that? Right, and now let's deactivate the system, and everything's working perfectly. Oh, this is satisfying. Right, we just got to get the top connected, and I believe we'll be done. Now, I already have this signal right here, so I could very, very easily just go ahead and take the signal with me to the top and activate this sticky piston right here, which is exactly what I'm going to do because I'm a lazy bugger and I want this to work first time. Wow. Right, this is very, very nice and so clean. It's so compact. I would have thought it would be less compact than this, but this is working perfectly. Wow. Right. Okay. The wiring. Where do we want this to activate from? This side right here. I've decided. I'm going to have it coming out to the side right here. So we're just going to bring this out to the side, and we're going to bring this into here like so. I'm just going to count out from this repeater. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and a repeater. That's perfect. Awesome. Perfect stuff. If I go ahead and activate one of these. Oh, that is satisfying. Oh, this vault door is just, oh, it's so up my street. Right, now I want to make sure all of this. See, now this redstone can't be tucked away because of the place I put it. I mean, it can. It's just going to be slightly untidy. But again, I really don't care. My challenge was to make a vault. I think I've done just that. I have an incredibly stupid large system in terms of the opening. And yeah, I really don't care. This is a redstone testing world. I'm only testing this. So, you know, I am super ultra happy with my results. The ground can be flush. You know, you can have the ground flush and it will not break the system. So, you know, I'm going to call this a massive success. Honestly, this couldn't have gone any better than it has already gone today. I am incredibly proud of myself for creating this in such a short amount of time as well. Wow, this has made me feel really good. I really do like this vault door. I'm a massive fan of this door. I'm just going to go ahead and just patch up some of the redstone on the outside, try to make it look a little nicer. Obviously, if you're building this along with me, if you're watching this later on, this does work 100% if you did fast forward. This all does work 100%. Everything I tried does work. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and build this thing for yourselves, I have no problem in you guys just going ahead and following what I've done. It's very, very easy, incredibly simple, and yeah, I mean, God, this is such a beautiful build. Let me just activate this a second so it all activates and closes up. Right, so this needs patching, this needs patching, all of this needs patching, this up here needs patching, right there, this here needs patching, and this down here needs patching. Look at that vault door. This is a beautiful, just beautiful door. I love this door, and I will be making a separate video on how to build this, just for the thumbnail, because yeah, some people are going to see this as a challenge. You might not be doing a tutorial, maybe skipping around and not actually showing us how to build it. No, I'm going to be showing all of you guys how to build this vault door. Even if you don't want the vault system, if you don't want the lock, the door right here, it's just beautiful. it's just such a beautiful door. I really, really do like this door. It's so nice. Imagine having this in your survival world, in the bottom of your house. You just have this massive vault door. Let me take off comments a sec so you can actually see the size of this thing. Imagine having this in your survival world, just there. It was just such a beautiful door. I love it. It's amazing. Now, obviously, these blocks are here and they could be a bit of a problem, but that covers up your redstone quite nicely when it does extend. And I think, personally, that actually looks really good. I don't know about you, if you would prefer not to have these blocks right here, but I mean, I definitely don't mind these blocks being here at all, because if I activate it, it does show these blocks right here. So I don't mind at all having these blocks in front. I think it looks really nice. I know, of course, you could actually hide these blocks away by just expanding these and making it a 4x4. But I think, because this is a vault door and you want it to look more like a vault, I think that looks really good. Now, the one thing I will say I wish this door did was spiral a little bit. Now, I'm going to be moving these behind because this will look much nicer. But I want this to spiral ever so slightly. So when it closes, really, really cool. And obviously when you open it, it's also really nice as well. Does it look no, it looks nicer in front, doesn't it? Yeah. It does look nicer in front. You know, on the insides of these right here, I'm going to go ahead and just place some glowstone. Give it that extra nice look on the inside. That shouldn't break anything. I hope not. And yeah, but yeah, that's just oh, it's so nice. I'm in love with my own redstone, ladies and gents. I'm in love with my own redstone. Now, if you do want to patch this up, it will look slightly different when it closes. Like, you will end up having all of these blocks right here coming up like this to the top, and this to the top right here. And when you look at it from the other side, it will look a bit different. I mean, if you don't mind it, you don't mind it. If you don't want to patch it up, you don't have to. It's all personal preference depending on how you want to decorate this thing. But if you want to go ahead and follow the tutorial for this, make sure you guys go back and just check out the video from the beginning. This is a really, really good build, and I'm really proud of myself for making this. I'm surprised that I could actually come up with this build. Honestly, I'm not too bothered about the locking system. The locking system was a massive joke. It was incredibly simple, but this right here, oh, incredible! It's such an incredible build. I love it. This is a must-have in your survival worlds, guys. Heck, even in your creative worlds, whack one of these in. Your friends will be bound to want to know how to build one of these things. Yeah, this is nice. If you had a bank, and this was in the very back of your bank, and you had a desk there with someone behind it, with this massive combination lock, yeah, I'd be a bit scared and a bit curious to know what's behind this thing. Maybe you have a portal to the end and it takes you to the Ender Dragon. Maybe you have a secret base within your bank or within your vault. Maybe there's a hole cracked in the back, someone broke into it. I don't know. You do whatever you want. It's good. Yeah, it's definitely one of those builds that are more for me. I love my doors in Minecraft. I love doing my little redstone circuits. I love these little logic systems. How all of this comes together to make one outcome. Like, I must say, like, just having the fact that you have to know this entire code in order to open the door is incredible to me. Like, I would never remember this code. If someone comes to my world and starts whacking these levers around, I'm going to be incredibly annoyed, because I'm going to be sat here for ages looking back and looking forth again, whacking the levers. But yeah, no, this is incredible. So I'll be making a separate video on how to make the vault door. But yeah, for the locking system, guys, if you want me to make a separate video on it, please let me know in the comment section. I will go ahead and show you guys how to make the locking system, because yeah, I would really like to, if you guys would like to know how to make stuff like this I will explain it to you in more depth. But if you would, I am going to be making a tutorial video on how to make this door. If you didn't follow the video, I'll be making that separately. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.